59 and counting. That's where we're at. Episode 59 of 55 and 5. Ian Riccaboni, Cary Silkin, our producer. AJ from Bisson Creative and Web Design. Man of the cameras, mixing the audio. Cary, we had one of the biggest stars of all time in wrestling and football yesterday. Can't get better than that.
The great Bronco Nagurski. We've had what was the name of the guy, the Canadian football?
Sure, Steve Patrick.
Steve Patrick, who fathered the two hockey players,
and grandfathered Nolan Patrick, one of my favorites.
And then the Togos.
The Togo brothers, who weren't brothers, but weren't the brothers from Japan that weren't brothers and weren't from Japan.
Right. That's what the beauty of pro wrestling is.
Right.
Maybe we'll have a benefit for the needy children of the Togos.
Well, if you want to learn more about the benefit for the needy children, go on over to adfreeshows.com. Check out the posters of the week. That'll be coming shortly your way for more Cary and I. That's a fun series we do, and there's a poster that referenced that. There was no poster that referenced this man, Cary. I've never heard of this man. He's wearing a full spandex outfit. He is, well, I don't want to say that because I'll probably get thrown off of YouTube. So I'll give the folks on top of Uncle Gunny and Captain Lou a look at the man in the red spandex suit. Cary, do you know anything about Don Lee? This is a 5-minute discussion between Cary and I of the safety net. If he needs more information, no harm in this one, I don't think, going to the safety net.
Well, no, I don't know a damn thing about Don Lee. And it's just amazing the pose they had him do, like he was the meanest man on the block.
Right.
And get off my corner. So what do you got on Don Lee, please?
Well, some of these cards they're tough to tell how big the wrestlers are in some cases because there's no perspective. There's an airbrush background. The 55 set's a little more colorful than the 54 set. Don Lee, I think, is only in the 55 set, but for the wrestlers that are in both, you'll usually have a superimposed background in the 55 set versus a more natural background in the 54 set. So he's in the middle of a poorly drawn wrestling ring, and you can't tell how tall he is. He's actually 6 feet 4 inches tall.
Yeah, knowing that, you would think they would have a nice, because right here he could.
Can't tell what size.
5'6".
Right, it would look the same, and because he looks kind of short and stout on the photo, but this was a large man, 6'4", 300 pounds, wrestled from 41 to 62. He went by a couple of other names.
Well, maybe I'll recognize one of those.
Ivan the Terrible.
Okay.
Anything? Know the name?
Yes.
Yeah.
But where would it be placed? I don't know.
Los Angeles in 45, or 55 rather. That's about when he started going by Ivan the Terrible. 48. He goes to Maple Leaf in 55, as many of the wrestlers in this set do. That's why they're in the set. So his career starts in Texas as Don Lee. All kinds of results from 41 to 43. He's in Texas. He's in Georgia. He's in North Carolina. He's everywhere. Goes back firmly to Texas in 45. 48, he goes to LA, becomes Ivan the Terrible. Goes back in 50, becomes a tag team partner of Baron Leone.
Well, he must have been half decent then.
Yeah, and he's usually the guy who's Ivan the Terrible that takes the fall.
Okay.
If there's a big grudge match with someone Leone's feuding with.
I might have an Ivan the Terrible on an old poster somewhere, but I'll have to look because it's popping out to me.
Yeah, so he would team with Leone if Leone was going to, as we know, he's a esteemed champion. If Leone was going to wrestle somebody he was in a feud with and they wanted the good guy to win, they'd have Ivan the Terrible take the fall instead of Leone. So that's usually what his role was in those matches. Teams with Sandro Szabo, who was an NWA world champion. We talked a little bit about him. And then he's usually, again, in those matches, same thing. He's the guy that's taking the fall.
He was the Manuel Soto.
Right. Yeah. So teams with the big star, and he's the guy that takes the pinfall. His luck changes a little bit in 55. He goes to Toronto. He starts teaming with Sky High Lee.
Sky High Lee.
So Don Lee.
Not to be confused with Sky Low Low.
Correct. However, and I know we'll get to Sky High Lee. Spoilers, he's in the set. Sky Low Low was named in tribute and in reference to Sky High Lee.
That's what I was figuring.
Yeah. So
I didn't know which one came first.
Sky High Lee and then Sky Low Low. Yeah. So wrestles Fritz von Erich a lot in 55 in Alberta and Saskatchewan. 2 matches in 56 against Joe Louis.
Interesting. Yeah. At some point, we're going to have to do a little on our own, some research about these guys, like great boxers like Joe Louis, Jersey Joe Walcott, who there's a movie with Anthony Quinn about a boxer. Oh, damn it. Requiem for a Heavyweight. 1960-59, about a boxer who's on the skids. And the movie ends with his manager saying, "Look, I got no more fights for you. The only thing I got." And he goes, "No." And the last scene is him going out through the curtain in an Indian outfit as an Indian wrestler. And that's the end of the movie.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah.
And these matches did not draw well. It was in Toledo, Ohio, Schenectady, New York, 1,800 and 1,500.
Right.
I mean, this is for Joe Louis, a guy that packed major arenas at the height. It's kind of a sad end for Joe Louis, but Don Lee's career continues. He comes to New York in 57, and he faces Anthony Rocca, Ricky Starr, and Jerry Graham. He wrestles Rocky Lee.
And under the Don Lee name?
Yeah, Rocky Lee at that point,
Rocky.
57, yeah. So from 58 to 62, he's pretty much an enhancement guy wherever he goes, and that's kind of it for Don Lee. But as a little bit
long career.
Long career.
A lot of schlepping around.
A lot of schlepping. Look at his results in Texas. He's going from the east. He's going from Houston to El Paso and everywhere in between. So
yeah, some of these, our friends like Luke and Kevin and Dutch, who wrestled in the 70s, 80s, talk about these road trips. But could you imagine in the 30s, 40s,
oh God,
50s?
It's lucky he made the town.
Right.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
So Don Lee.
Well, even though I didn't know anything about him, he had a decent career.
He did. Yeah, definitely there for longevity. Peaks and valleys, I'd say.
Now, some of our Canadian experts, I'm sure, like Greg Oliver and Roy Lucifer has been kicking in.
Sure.
Hornbecker and Mike Mooneyham and whoever else. Al Getz.
Al Getz, yeah.
He's very good. John Boucher is good too. Chip in if you know something, please.
Yeah, Canadian won a tag team title in Canada in Toronto with Sky High Lee. That's probably his biggest accomplishment. So got to wrestle all the greats, wrestled just about everywhere, and pretty fun career.
Yeah, good for him.
Yeah. We hail you, Don Lee, and we hail you for watching. Tomorrow, we hit magical number 60.
Number 60.
Number 60. That means on Monday, we're officially over halfway there, Cary.
Okay, let's rock.
And let's rock and roll. Hey, we hope to see you tomorrow, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's when a new 55 and 5 will be released. Will it be Sky High Lee? Will it be one of the Deucics? Who knows? Join us. Find out. Check us out. Thanks for watching.